Greetings, everyone. This is Kenya Revolutionary. I just wanted to make a very quick, short video right now to explain something in a very simplistic way that you can understand, that any young man, boy, girl, grown man can understand, man, woman, or whatever the case is, okay? But first, before I get in, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. This channel is about Kenyan politics, or should I say Kenyan politics, and wild news as it relates to Kenya, okay? So let's get to it. Now, here is what I want to say, and I want to make it very short. I just, I felt like I needed to just emphasize on this point here. Now, let me get you to understand this, okay? Dear listener, listen to me very carefully. And listen to me very carefully, very, very, very carefully. Listen up, okay? Lend me your ear. Listen, this whole political class are in one group. They are in one WhatsApp group, okay? I know for some of you who are used to this advanced class, you know about that already. I'm just preaching to the choir. But for those of you who do not know about this, I'll help you. Listen up. Every 5 years or electioneering years, these guys sit down and they decide who is going to be the president, okay? Let me just say it very slowly again so you can get it. Every electioneering period or year in Kenya, it's every 5 years, these guys sit down and choose who is going to be president. Now you might be looking at me and say, huh, do you have evidence? What? Hold on. Slow down. Let me just explain to you this very, 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 very slowly, okay? Now, listen to me. If you look at this political landscape right now, okay? We see Ruto on one side, and of course we have Raila on his side, who is hoping to go to AUC. He probably won't make it, but anyway, let's just assume that he's still with Ruto, okay? Now, on the other side, we see everybody else. Already, Ruto and this political class have already calculated, made this deliberate effort to create tension between one faction versus the other. It's always two choices that Kenyans have, okay? Remember 2017, 2022, like the last time, they labeled it the dynasty versus the hustlers, okay? This year, okay, we have the people who are going to be affiliated with the Mount Kenya versus the people who are going to be affiliated with William Samoei Ruto's regime, okay? This is done by design, let me tell you that, okay? Because here's the thing. The GenZ scared the heck out of these people. The Gen Zs were all about coming together and respecting the Constitution, making sure that the Constitution is fully implemented, respected, and enforced. So when the political elite saw this, they wanted to shut down the Gen Zs, and they did so by absorbing them in these parties like the Kasmuels, then take Hanifa, and Hanifa is going with Okiya Omtata. Okiya Omtata is part of the elites, okay? They're using him. He's a useful idiot. But I'm not going to stress on that point. Let me just make a larger point that I want you to see, okay? So Gen Zs reflected the country's frustration towards this political class. Because remember, the Gen Zs were not happy with the finance bill. They were not happy also with Raila Odinga once he joined the government, and everything else that he started talking about, their Dani and all this stuff. We saw him, Kenyans saw Raila Odinga as part and parcel of this regime and the political class thereof, okay? So everyone, when Gen Zs were on the streets, Kenyans felt that they were being represented by these young folks when they went for Mandamano, not only June 25th and the days after. You saw how the political class came together very quickly and formed coalition, and they started a very aggressive, deliberate effort to fragment the population into these briefcase political parties that are actually tribal outfits, okay? So that's why you see they're using these so-called house name political con men that we know that have been there, but they understand that these people are still command some level of respect from their constituency. Kalonzo Musyoka, like it or not, the Kamba people still revere him. Okay, they treat him with reverence. He's their son, so to speak. Okay, he hails from the place, so they respect him. Matiang'i, say what you will about him, no matter how corrupt and all those atrocities that he committed during Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, the Kisii people still revere Matiang'i. Okay? Now, Raila Odinga, say what you want about him with all this conmanship and all that stuff. The people of Nyanza still revere Raila Odinga because of his past involvement or whatever. They look at him like the kingpin still. Okay? Ruto, say what you will about him as corrupt and inept and all the atrocities that he has committed. The people of Bonde la Ufa still revere Ruto, they treat him respect. Uhuru Kenyatta, say what you will about him regardless of the corruption and the murderous behavior that he had during his regime. He is still revered by the Mount Kenya. Same thing with Gachagua. So they are playing into this. That's why they're creating this division and creating a situation where we are fooled to think that there's a binary choice. Two choices. It's either Ruto's team, which is Ruto, Raila, and the others, or Gachagua, Uhuru Kenyatta, Mount Kenya, Karua, with the others, with Kalonzo and others. You understand what I'm saying? So they're creating a situation where it's only a binary choice. The choices are very limited. It's only two choices. The Ruto side or the Mount Kenya and others side. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? They're keeping it that way, but they want to play as if they're playing against each other. But they're doing this because in doing so, they'll be splitting the vote, the possible vote that they can get in 2027. If you're still buying into this 2027 thing. Sorry, I have to cough a little bit. I'll make this video very short, so bear with me. You see what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, listen to me. The choices is a binary choice. The Ruto government and their affiliates. Then there's the Mount Kenya people, leaders, and their affiliates. That's the narrative that it's been painted. And you're being told that you have to make a choice, only these two. Now, you might be asking, what do you mean by the Mount Kenya and the other affiliates? The coalition that you see is being formed with Karua, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Kioni, Ferdinand Waititu, Onyonka, all these people that you saw, Wamalwa, Natembea, all these guys. They're the coalition who are playing the opposition. Then there's the Raila and Ruto on the other side and others who will be affiliated with them. So they're offering a binary choice and they want to, it's a psychological game, and they're using the media and the paid bloggers to push this narrative that Kenya has only these two choices. Either you go with the coalition of Gachagua, Matiang'i, Natembea, Wamalwa, Karua, and all this useless coalition, or you go with the other useless coalition, which comprises of the president, Raila, and the rest who are affiliated with them. That is the narrative that they're painting. And they know the reason why they're doing this is because whether one loses or not, either way, the winner is still who? The political class. Because I told you, all of them, the so-called coalition who are pretending to be the opposition, or the ruling party, or UDA, KK, and Raila with ODM, whether they lose or not, the winner is still who? The winner is still the political elites. They do not want to give room for who? For a real choice, which was the Gen Z movement. Anyone that represents the Gen Z movement, what did the Gen Z movement, what were they fighting for? They were fighting for a total overhaul of the system. Revolutionizing the system. That is what the Gen Z wanted. But now they're twisting it to make it seem like these Gen Zs, we are going to appeal to these Gen Zs, and these Gen Zs will either vote the choices that we presented to them, which is a binary choice. Either Ruto's side or the Mount Kenya Gachagua nexus. Munanielewa? It's a very simple, well-calculated narrative that is being used to program the Kenyan unsuspecting voter. And that's why I'm making this video. I've been stressing here. All these people that we know have been corrupt, we have documentation. Matiangi, Karua, even this Wamunyoro, Kalonzo, Natembea. Look at all those people. They were all working for Kenyatta. All of them. Natembea, Matiangi, Karua, all of them. Kalonzo, everybody. They were all working for Uhuru Kenyatta. Even if you look at on the other side, Ruto, Raila, all of them on the other side, they were all working for Kenyatta. They're one team, but they want to pretend that they're presenting something different. They want to pretend that they have an opposition, that you only are limited to this binary choice between Ruto faction and Mount Kenya Mwamunyoro faction. So what Kenyans should do, if you're brave enough, is to reject both of them, all of them. This binary choice, we are going to reject it, all of it. We are going to stick to our roots, our fundamental, radical surgery that we want to bring in Kenyan system. Change everything. Throw them away. We don't care about those coalitions, and we don't care about Ruto and his regime. We want to send both of them home. All of them. Before we have anything close to elections. Open your eyes, my fellow Kenyans. They're perpetuating this narrative. And it is heavily laced with tribal undertones. That's why Atwoli said, Kenyans do not care about issues, they care about what? Tribe. And that's why he was speaking confidently. And the sad thing is, majority of Kenyans are lapping it up. They are bombarded, barrage of this propaganda, meant to believe that you either vote for Ruto or you vote for Munyoro and his team. Let's reject all this. Let's reject all this. Revolution has to happen. All of them have to go home. We need a clear new system, a clean slate. New IBC, not these idiots that have been selected as a selection panel. Ruto needs to go to Sugoi as he waits for his place in committee, along with Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, Karua, and Matiangi, and all of them. I will stop here, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to make it a long video, but I just wanted to simply open your eyes so you can see how these people are structuring this dangerous, evil plan to take votes, to lure you into their tribal cocoons. That way, you do not have the opportunity to join hands with your brother and sister from every corner of Kenya to revolutionize, overhaul the whole system as Gen Zs scared them to do. My name is Kenya Revolutionary. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll talk to you later. Put your notification on so every time I come on, you get this video. Thank you so much and be blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace and blessings.